Pat McLaughlin here with Mindset Minute. I'm here with Helen Cummings. She is James Cummings' mother, Sidney Cummings' mother-in-law. Helen and I have been with Mick Great here for 13 years in 2009. Helen's blessed us to be here today to share some wisdom through the years. And this is our fourth one doing this morning, and she's done just a tremendous job. And this one is called Thoughts. And take it away, Miss Helen Cummings.
I'm glad to be here with you. If you've been following along with my talks, sometimes I will repeat topics because they all come together, and once you really master how they can work in your life, life gets sweet. So, change your thoughts. It can change your life.
Indeed.
It all starts with a thought. And we need to be very, very aware of our self-talk, whether we're just waking up in the morning or we're getting ready to go out to a sporting event. And we need to know, while we're involved in things, where is the chatter in my mind? There's a little saying that if you take the word impossible and you separate out the I and the M, and you put a little apostrophe there, I'm possible. And I will add, if you want to create something, you got to be in the moment. But you have to have that positive belief that I can change things. It all starts with your thought, being in the moment, and knowing it can happen.
That's a great point. Love that.
So once you're aware of your self-talk, sometimes you may be going for a job, a promotion. Maybe you want to find a house and buy it. Think about, I can do this. I will find the right house. Show me the right house. Show me my gifts that will be in the right house once I move in. Visualize. This is all implementing meditation in your day, and it becomes part of your journey. And with that in mind, I'm going to refer to a James Rob Adams story.
Can't wait.
James, of course, is my son, and he has two sons. Rob is 18 and Adam is 16. And they are in high school, and they're very involved in sports and have been since they could walk. And James has been involved with them, taking them on out of town, travel sports, reviewing with them their skills, where they are. He likes to be sort of like a coach, but he really focuses on life lessons through the sports. And my example is that they both are playing varsity basketball this year. And in the fall, Adam played football, Rob played soccer. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's life. You don't get to always choose the win or the loss. But if you answer these two questions, you're going to feel good about what you did. And James, after each game, will, at some point when he has one of the boys or the other, he'll ask them these questions, because like young athletes, they want to win, 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 and they want to play, and it doesn't always work that way. The three questions that he asks, and they're simple yes-no questions, which makes it even better, because they usually will grin afterwards. The first question they must ask themselves is, did I play hard? That's effort. Did I show up with effort? The second question he asks is, was I a team player? He usually follows that through with, if you make your teammates look better, the team looks better. We all get better. So being a team player is more important than what you do individually. It doesn't mean you don't show up and do what you can individually, but you also have to balance it with being a team player. And his question is, were you a good team player? And the third question is, did you have fun? If you're not having fun out there, then we got to look at it a little closer. Maybe it's because you want to improve in different things. Maybe you want to try another sport. Maybe you've topped out and you're done with it. We all top out. I watched 6 of my brothers play a million different sports, and they all topped out at different ages.
It ends sometimes.
It ends. Yes, that's a good way to put it. It ends. But while you're playing the sports, this is like life. These questions will work. Did you work hard today? When you went into the salon, did you work hard? Were you a team player?
Correct.
Did you help out
Great.
where you could? And did you teach or did you learn something? I mean, you're right there in a community that life can be absolutely great. And the third question is, did you have fun? I usually don't have to ask the folks in the salons if they have fun. Most of them seem to know how to do that pretty well. So I just want to say that when we ask questions, it can be a habit. And James has made it a habit as his boys have played sports to just, this is how they review the game. They may go into some details, work on this, work on that, but the most important thing is try to control the controllables. You can control your attitude by working hard. You can control your effort to be a good team player. And you can, well, and your attitude can be fun. So effort, attitude, and celebrate. Play hard, be a team player, have fun.
Those are awesome things.
Yes, and so
The 3 questions.
Yeah.
The 3 things at the end. A couple things I'll expound on here is one thing I'll share. Effort, cooperation, and attitude. We'll put it all together. But a couple things. Let's talk about this. So, I've read one time that you have to beat 3 people. You've got to, in sports, you've got to beat the other team.
Okay.
You've got to beat the umpires sometimes. Some umpires make a bad call. But what you were talking about today is the third thing. You've got to beat yourself.
Yeah.
You got to control this. And a lot of players in sports they lose their mind. Yeah. And so a couple things. I read in a book by Jay Billis, who's a Dookie, by the way. I know you guys are Carolina people, but anyway.
Good things come from the Dookie.
That's right. But it really, he focused on what's kind of concept called next play. And you were talking about that. You and I talked about that, right? We talked about, going to the next play and that type of focus. So anyway, sports are incredible because if you could transfer what you learn in sports to life, there's no better classroom, I think, in life. So
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I watched my family growing up, and because we grew up in Washington, D.C., and there were 9 McCarthys, 6 boys, my dad had several rules, but one rule was you play a sport every season. Mm-hmm. He didn't make you pick a sport. He would have made the girls do that, but girls' sports in my lifetime were not really
a different time.
It was a different time. But with the brothers, and they all picked different sports, and they all had different levels that they topped out at, but they learned a lot about life. And then when they were together, they were always practicing. So they had a healthy lifestyle. They weren't out doing junk.
Helen, great stuff today, especially if you got young kids and sports. So I think those are just some tremendous tips there, and they're so transferable to the work life. This is Helen Cummings. Wow, what a great life nugget here, and this is Mindset Minute. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and we'll see you next time on Mindset Minute.